What up, pimps? Go just a hair. This here is Paul Riot. Today we're going to interview him in Life in a Headlock. I thank you very much for showing up here.
Thank you for having me.
I would like to ask you a set of questions. You answer as you feel freely. Nothing will be edited, so any screw-ups will be going to YouTube.
All right.
Who trained you to be a professional wrestler?
Well, Ron Horn got me into the business. I guess you could say he trained me. A few other guys helped along the way.
Were you a fan of wrestling growing up as a child?
Oh yeah, since the time I was able to watch TV and was.
Okay. How did you get your name, Paul Riot?
It took me a while to come up with a name. I went through a few things and nothing sounded right, but I heard the song Let's Start a Riot by 3 Days Grace. And it clicked with me, Paul Riot. Been my name since.
Who in professional wrestling inspires you to be a wrestler?
There's many people, but I think the most that stands out is probably Sting, because I'm a Christian guy, and he stands out to me the most.
Cool. Fan myself. Alright. What is your favorite match that you have seen on TV wrestling?
On TV wrestling. Probably have to be SummerSlam. I think it was 97 maybe? 96? One of them. Bret Hart, Owen Hart, cage match.
Oh, I love that match.
Love it.
Actually, when you had to escape the cage to win, there was no pin. Yes, that's my favorite kind.
I was talking about that earlier.
I love that. Alright. What is the favorite match that you have been in personally so far in wrestling?
And there's been so many. It was a triple threat match. Me, Chris Black, Eric Black. It was my first time winning what was then the EPW Heavyweight Championship. It was hardcore rules. It was a lot of fun.
I like that kind of stuff. Hardcore is easy to work.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Give me one wrestling story, a funny one or a sad one.
One wrestling story is when I broke my leg.
I've heard this story, but I've never heard it from you.
Well, I had a guy on my shoulders. Thing was get kicked to go over the top. Well, we did that part, but whenever I went over the top, something just went wrong. I landed on the outside wrong, broke my leg, snapped my ankle on both sides, dislocated it, broke both bones in my shin. So I was out for almost 2 years.
So you cool 100% now? Getting back?
I'm not what I used to be, but I'm back.
Understand. Alright. Well, let's see. What do you think of wrestling on TV? The good of it and the bad of it?
Storylines suck. But wrestling's getting way better. And they're telling stories in the ring, unlike they used to.
Very true.
Within the past 2 years or so, it's really begun to pick up.
Let me ask you this. In your opinion, is it because they're pulling indie guys?
Yes.
And putting them in there and they really aren't
not only that, you do have guys like John Cena that can go out there and work a match with anyone. And he used to couldn't do that. Now he can.
I think he could always do it. I just don't think he had to do it.
Right. Yeah, true.
This will be, let's say, 2 more. I'm going to ask you 2 more questions.
Okay.
If you could wrestle one person, who would it be? From any decade. I don't care if it's an indie guy, professional guy, TV guy, TNA, ECW, whoever.
I don't know. A person that's really put an impact on my wrestling in the ring is probably AJ Styles. The way I used to. I don't wrestle much like him anymore, but AJ Styles would be a dream match. Okay. Even Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy would be a dream match too. So there's 2 guys right there.
I can see that. Alright. Who is your favorite company to work for as a professional wrestler yourself?
Myself? PW. I love the atmosphere.
Pro wrestling, you do. Gotcha.
Yep.
As a fan, what is your favorite kind of wrestling? Old school, new school, lucha, strong style?
I don't have a favorite. I like it all. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I could go and watch strong style all day, or I can go and watch old school all day. I mean, just like I said, whatever kind of mood I'm in.
That's cool. That's pretty much all I do. Would you rather wrestle as a heel or a face?
That also determines what kind of mood I'm in. If I'm having a bad week, heal. But I don't know. Sometimes if I'm having a bad week, the face would be good. But I don't know. It just depends. Right now, I would rather work as a heel.
Okay. Very good answer. Do you have any hobbies besides wrestling, or is wrestling your hobby?
Wrestling's my hobby, but I do have other things. I like to draw. Sometimes I play video games. It's just
I've seen your art on your page.
love to draw.
What is your hidden talent?
It's not singing. A lot of people know that I wrestle, but there's also a lot of people that don't know that see me. So I guess wrestling is my hidden talent.
I agree with that. Alright. Who is your favorite person in wrestling? This could be a referee, a wrestler, somebody that just helped you as a promoter. This could be the last question.
To be honest, I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this way. Who helped you the most in wrestling?
Who's helped me the most? I've had a few help me along the way, but I've had one person by me the whole time, and that was Eric Black. He's been my friend through it all. So I guess you could say that he's impacted me.
So that's why I wanted to call this Life in a Headlock. Because sometimes you're just in a headlock and you can't get out of the damn thing regardless of what move you know.
Yeah.
So life's in a headlock sometimes, but it's fun to get out of it sometimes too, ain't it?
Yeah, I've been through a few headlocks and I've gotten out of them. So.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the show.
No
Thank
problem.
you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Well guys, this has been Life in a Headlock with Paul Riot. I hope y'all enjoyed the first show, and there'll be many more to come. Thank you very much.